Very good friend of mine, well-wisher, Dr. Kala, Dr. Jyoti Prakash, Dr. Gopal Pillai, Dr. Basu, Dr. Kalpana, past presidents of KSS. There are too many past presidents here, I can't name everybody here. Sundari Madam, seniors, colleagues, and friends. This is my 39th program I'm inaugurating as president of KSOS. I think one of the highest numbers. That's because of my Anbu project. Wherever I go, for that also they have asked me to inaugurate. And I should thank Jyoti. He was there at 11:30 last night to receive me at the reception. Thank you, Dr. Jyoti. He was so nice. And Kala Madam was coordinating with him to receive me. Thank you so much. Coming to Cochin Ophthalmic Club, it's one of the finest clubs in Kerala. I'll tell you that. And in fact, it is the oldest club. Way back in 1980 or something it was started. And it's always unique, you know, and been functioning and getting the best awards for many times from KSOs. And it's been recognized by AOs also. So this time also, last time they lost to TOC and they are fighting it back to get back the best award this time. And Dr. Kala is doing everything possible to come. And TACO is neck to neck with COC. But don't forget, there's one more person behind, Kollam Ophthalmic Association. Actually, till last year, it was in non-metro category. And it was IMOC who brought a resolution saying that Kollam is no more non-metro, it is metro. So we have come to, along with you all, Cochin and TACO and Kozhikode also. So we are part of metro now. And Kollam is also just behind you. Be careful with them also. Especially the Anbu project, they have done 15 projects already, Kollam. So that is the highest in Kerala as far as the numbers are concerned. Many more activities they are doing, including AI, which will be conducted next week. John is in charge for that. Okay. And then August Ophthalmica, 2002 it started. And it was started by Radhakrishnan sir with the little money he got from Munnar conference, I think. And later it was named as August Ophthalmica by R.R. Varma sir. And if you look at the recipient of today's Professor T. Gopinathan Menon Award oration, there cannot be a better person than Gopal. I'll tell you that much. Because I had been listening to him, I've been keenly listening to him, all the talks he has given in recent times. His world-class talks. And he is going to redefine the treatment of retina. So, not too far, you can say a day will come, pre-Gopal and post-Gopal era. I'm not joking, you don't laugh now, it is going to happen. That's the way he is working on the molecular part of the treatment of the retinal disease. Congratulations, Gopal. We are very proud of you. And if you look at the topic chosen today, is excellent topic, uveitis. Not many will dare take this topic because it's a bit complicated. And we have national faculty like Kalpana Madam and Basu sir here to help us through this. And usually it is from Cochin, other clubs copy. Even the name we copied, Ashtamudi Ophthalmica from August Ophthalmica. So, coming to KSOs, we had been receiving the best state award from AOs for the past 4 years continuously. And the current team of office bearers are working very hard. Be it the secretary who is very meticulous, the treasurer, all in fingertips. The scientific committee is doing extremely well. He did the PG update recently and it is being copied by TNOI. They want to form the same type of pattern PG update they want to do. And the website, Dr. Natasha is striving hard to bring the voters list scrutinized. Like any other state, wherever there is, even in TNOA, only people who are residing in the state are eligible for voting. So we are going to bring the same thing here. It was passed in the last general body, and we have constituted a bylaw revision committee also, who will look into it, revise the bylaw also, so there is no gap or error in judging the person who is going to vote. So imagine a PG who has come from Jammu or Kashmir, studied here, become a life member. How can he become a voter to decide who's going to govern this beautiful organization, KSOs? So it is our duty to scrutinize the voters list, make it transparent so that we have a very healthy office bearers who can look after this organization very well. Somebody from outside deciding who's going to rule here is very bad. Even AIOs, people residing outside India are not eligible to vote. Then why should we have that here? So that is what we are aiming at, so that there is complete democracy in our cases. Then Drishti, we are doing all the work done, and all the planning is being done now. Then coming to the presidential project, we have two. One is AI. We are imparting maximum education on AI to the ophthalmologists through structured program. And next week we are going to have a hands-on program on AI at Kollam. Please do join us. And the second project is Anbu, my very, very, very favorite project. And I'm missing Dr. Thomas Cherian here today. COC did a Anbu project at St. Clair's Oral School, where Madam is here. Yeah. And they wanted uniform there. So he just put a message in COC. The members contributed 1.2 lakhs, COC members alone, 1.2 lakhs towards this project. And he wanted to hand it over to Sister Abhay today, but unfortunately he couldn't come. I'll be doing that for that on his behalf. So that was collected within 48 hours. Thank you, COC, for that wonderful gesture. Then we have done about 72 Anbu camps throughout the state this year, and that has been taken up very seriously by our district clubs. I thank everybody for that. To conclude that, I am going to have a neuro-ophthalmology CME at Kollam, where we will be conducting a workshop on CVI, cerebral visual impairment awareness workshop. So how to identify CVI, which is being neglected by most of us. So that will be conducted on October 11th. With these few words, I formally inaugurate this wonderful CME and wish you all the very best.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring address. We now come to a special segment of this program, remembering Professor T. Gopinatha Menon, whose contributions and legacy continue to inspire the ophthalmic community. I invite Dr. Elizabeth Joseph to share a few words in his remembrance.
Organizing committee members of Cochin Ophthalmic Club, Dr. Revati, Dr. Kala, Dr. Jyoti Prakash. Today's oration awardee, Dr. Gopalas Pillai, dear Professor Sundari Madam, distinguished faculty members, my dear friends. Good morning to everyone. I consider this my proud privilege to present a tribute to Professor Gopinath Menon, whom we all lovingly used to call Gopi sir. In fact, he was my professor. I did my undergraduate studies in Medical College Kottayam when he was the head of the department at Medical College Kottayam. And later I was again his student when I was a registrar in Little Flower Hospital. Professor Gopinath Menon is a very brilliant clinician, very passionate teacher. He is a born leader, a master organizer who walked this earth from 1927 to 1994, 67 years of brilliance. Now he is gone, but his thoughts, words and deeds come to us as afterglow of the sunset. His life was a blessing and memories are a treasure to me and many of his students. His early life was in Iringalakuda. He was born in a very famous family. His father, Dr. Manakoth Madhavan Menon, and he received his early education in Iringalakuda. Later he moved on to Madras, for for his medical education, where he did MBBS DO from MMC and then MS from Lucknow University. And after that, he was fortunate enough to pursue a world-class fellowship at Moorfields, and after that training, he joined Kerala Health Services. But he chose a career of teaching, so he left Health Services and joined Medical College. And he worked first as tutor in Government Ophthalmica Hospital Trivandrum, then in Medical College Calicut, and then as HOD of Kottayam Medical College. And if my information is correct, he was the first in the government setup to conduct eye camps in the remote villages. And he was known as a great diagnostician, a famous neurophthalmologist. He was a brilliant surgeon who conducted numerous cataract surgeries, squint surgeries and keratoplasties, restoring sight where few dared to operate. And he was the first to start suturing surgical incision after intracapsular cataract surgery. Those days it was intracapsular cataract surgeries, and this information was given to me by none other than Shobana Madam, who was working with the Gopi sir at that time. So he was the first to start sutures in Kerala, and he used to do keratoplasties. He procured fresh corneas from post-mortem bodies with the permission of the police and Department of Forensic Medicine, and did keratoplasties as early as late 70s when there was no eye bank facility available in Kerala. We at LF Hospital started the first eye bank in 1970, but Gopi sir used to get corneas directly from the bodies. There was no microscope, only surgical loop and torchlight illumination. And I remember the umpteen times when I was his torchbearer. Under his leadership, the ophthalmic department at Medical College Kottayam was a very happy place. I used to love being in that place. We could see the joyful faces of postoperative patients who regained vision, the smiling faces of his colleagues who enjoyed his jokes, and also of we students who learned a lot from his classes. Actually, he inspired many of us, including me, to take up ophthalmology as a specialty. And he retired from Medical College in 1982, but his teaching never stopped. He joined Little Flower Hospital, Angamali, as a professor emeritus, where he used to take classes for postgraduate students. And he is loved and admired by his colleagues and his students. He was a born leader. He was the KSOI's president, 8th president from 81 to 82, and he is the founder, vice president of COC, and later its second president. In this picture, in the second picture, you can see Shobana Madam doing the welcome address for the KSOI's conference when he was the president. And he was the organizing committee secretary of AIOC Kochi in 1984, organizing committee chairman of KSOI's annual conference Iringalakuda 86, organizing committee chairman SROC, and you can see in this photo Dr. KP Matthew, not E.T. Kuriakose sir, it is Dr. KP Matthew sitting close to Gopi sir. and he enjoyed his company. You can see great people like Dr. E.T. Kuriakos, and then the then Governor P. Ramachandran, of course Tony Fernandez sir, and the then Minister Vaila Ravi. And he was very popular among peers and pioneers. You can see these photographs are good memory for all of us old timers. You can see Professor L.P. Agarwal, late Professor L.P. Agarwal, Dr. Varghese Puthuran, Dr. V. Gopinath is the one who is sitting in the white suit, and our own dear Dr. K. Ipan is standing there welcoming everyone. And you can see the young, handsome Itirasa sitting close to Professor Rench. And he is married to Sundari Madam, and we are extremely lucky and happy that Madam has come here today to witness this. And this is the beautiful photograph of Sundari Madam in her younger days. And they are blessed with 2 boys and a girl, and this is their family picture. And Gopi sir was he was the life and light in every gathering. He used to give so many jokes and anecdotes like that. I remember many of his jokes. I can share some of them if somebody comes to me. And he always made all the gathering filled with laughter. And so Professor Gopinath Menon was a great human being, and his life is measured not in years, but in the sites he restored, the students he shaped, and the community he brought together. And in his memory, the Cochin Ophthalmic Club has started an oration. This oration was established in 2002, ensuring that his passion for teaching and learning would carry on for generations of ophthalmologists to come. His legacy, though not carved in stone, but is spoken anew each year from this podium. See, these are the few illustrious oration recipients. First oration recipient was Babu Rajendran sir, then Dr. Abhay Vasavada, and then you can see the list of oration winners. And this year's winner is none other than dear Gopal S. Pillai. We would like to honor his excellence and celebrate his contributions. I congratulate Dr. Gopal S. Pillai, and I think somebody else will introduce him properly. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. This year's Professor T. Oration awardee, Dr. Gopal S. Pillai, needs no introduction to all of us. He's a familiar face to all of us and an active member of Cochin Ophthalmic Club, KSOS and AIOS. However, as this is a formal occasion, we would like to have a brief introduction. May I now invite Dr. Mahesh to formally introduce Dr. Gopal.
Respected dignitaries, it is with great pleasure that I am standing here to introduce my dear friend, Dr. Gopal, who is like a boy next door to all of you. So after going through this, you will understand he is not an ordinary person. So he is currently the Chief of Vitreoretinal Surgery and HOD of Ophthalmology in Amrita, and is a lead PI in Indian Clinical Trial Network. He did MBBS from Trichure, then went to RP Center for MD, and I met him first in 2000 when he came for a VR fellowship interview in SN when I joined. So luckily he got the coveted senior residency post in retina under Dr. Tiwari, and after completing that, for the past 20 years, he is in Cochin working as the retina consultant. There are a lot of things that we don't know about Gopal. He is a avid researcher with a lot of, focused on diabetic retinopathy, biology, basic biology, cytokines, proteomics, retinal imaging, etc. And he is a lead PA for a 10 crore project, first Government of India DBT BIRAC clinical trial network in ophthalmology. He has got 5 ICMR and 2 DBT projects on AI, and he is guiding 8 scholars for PhD. And the latest, the VRSI has given him a grant for conducting a study on AI. So that is the latest one. He has got presented ICs, papers on international conference, all the international conferences, and faculty at APVRS, SAO, APO, etc. Surgical instructor in World Ophthalmic Congress, 80 publications, 13 international journals, 4 book chapters, chief editor for ocular trauma and diabetic retinopathy book, 6 patents filed, 4 published, recipient of Clinical Excellence Award from South Asian Ophthalmology, recipient of award from Elsevier for work done in AA in ophthalmology, very prestigious one, recipient of award from AOS IGO Awards for innovations, postgraduate teacher from 2001, guided more than 25 retina theses for postgraduates, retina fellowship, nearly trained 20 ophthalmologists, optometry training, part of National Curriculum Development Committee, optometry, and PhD guide. These are his research, automated segment. I can read all these things. It's a big list, mainly related to AI, automatic segmentation of images, diabetic retinopathy, and anti-VEGF injection, aqueous cytokines analysis in different retinal diseases, vitreous proteomics, and diabetic retinopathy cell model, anti-GM of beta as an oral tablet for diabetic retinopathy. Lot of things are going on. He has got a wonderful support system in Amrita with other basic science labs, transcleral drug delivery of nano drug formulation, and these are all his contributions on, in the last 20 years, especially on development of AI algorithms, and these are all his studies, ongoing studies, clinical trials, and sponsors. It's a big list actually. So I am not going into all these things. So that is regarding Gopal Pillai. We know him that as a VR surgeon, managing our nucleus drop and endophthalmitis and presenting. But this is the other side of Gopal Pillai. I am very happy to introduce, and I have to tell only one thing. Before that, let me acknowledge his contribution to KSOS. He was editor KJO, scientific committee chairman, general secretary, KSOS representative to AOS, and he is the incoming president. That is now president-elect, incoming president next year. ഇത് മാത്രമേ പറയാനുള്ളൂ. ഇവൻ പുലിയാണ് കേട്ടോ. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now comes the time for presentation of the award. I invite Dr. Kala to render the citation on the plaque, and I invite the COC Vice President Dr. Revati Ramesh to adorn Dr. Gopal S. Pillai with a panada and present the award to him.
Professor T. Gopinatha Menon Memorial Oration 2026 awarded to Dr. Gopal S. Pillai in recognition of his innovative research involving artificial intelligence, basic sciences, and clinical ophthalmology. Awarded this on the 9th day of August 2026 at Kochi.
Thank you and congrats, Dr. Gopal. Now comes to the next.